Hey guys, welcome back to FMR Therapy. Today we are going to work on hamstrings. I'm going to go real quick with this. We want to do the 3 M's: mash, mobilize, and move it. This is for, back pain, knee pain, even foot pain. Anybody that's got a tweaky hamstring, something that's happened to your hamstring. You maybe know that you have tight hamstrings. This is going to be just a quick, simple way to start working on your hamstrings. Do it every day. The consistency is really what matters. First thing you're going to need is a chair. I'm sitting in a very kitchen chair, hardwood chair type of a chair. The next thing you're going to need is a ball. I like the bigger balls. This is a 5-inch one. This is a softball. A baseball would also work well. And this is a lacrosse ball. This would be my last choice for the hamstring, simply because it's so pinpointed into those tissues that sometimes it can actually hurt a little bit more than it can help. So the smaller ball, if you only have a smaller ball, go get a washcloth or a towel and put it over the ball just to make the surface of the top of the ball just a little bit wider, like a baseball or a softball would be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down on this ball. I'm going to find my bony part of my butt right there, and I'm just going to sit right down on that ball. I'm on the very top of the hamstring, and I'm just going to put a little bit of pressure in there and maybe just wiggle myself left and right, find the cord, that nice big tendinal cord that's up at the top of the hamstring. And then once I've settled in and accepted that I'm totally doing this, now I'm going to start moving my knee joint. I'm just going to put that hamstring on a little bit of a stretch. 5 or 6 reps there. Move that ball down toward the knee. Same thing. 5 or 6 reps, moving nice and slow. As I move down and get closer to the knee, I'm actually going to lean forward a little bit and get my body weight up on this ball. You'll notice that my knee can't open so good anymore, and that's really just because I'm hacking that tissue down as I floss it out. 5 or 6 reps there, and then 5 or 6 reps, getting in closer and closer to that knee. We want to stop when we get right before we get to that fold of the knee, that fossa back there. There's a lot of neurology going back there, so we don't want to put a ball there. We're going to stop just short of that, still right in the middle of the leg. I'm going to do both legs and just work my way. You can go up and down as many times as you want, really just working on that hamstring. One quick note is you may notice a little shake that starts to take place as you're trying super hard to straighten out your knee as much as you can. That's a good thing. Let that shake happen, breathe into it, reset, go again, get that little shake happening in the leg. So after I've worked both of those legs, I've now just mashed it. Now I want to mobilize it. We want to get a little bit of a stretch going here. I'm going to show you 2 options for this stretch. One of them would be to stay right in this chair. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hug my thigh with my arms like this. I want my back to be flat. And then again, I'm going to just try to straighten out my knee and then let it relax. Straighten out and let it relax and get at least 20 reps on each leg. Another option that I like just a little better because it forces me to keep my back nice and flat is to be on the ground doing this exact same thing. This leg is going to be straight and relaxed. Once again, I'm going to hug my thigh, and then I'm just going to try to straighten out my knee and then close it down, taking nice deep breaths the whole time, opening my leg as much as I can, and just feeling that stretch happen in the hamstring and breathing while I get 20 reps on each leg. Last but not least, you guys, we gotta move this thing. We gotta activate this thing. I have 2 options for you. One is a little bit harder, and then the other one's a little bit easier. But what we're saying is we want to be able to activate the hamstring. So if I'm in this position, in just a lunge position, I've got my knee just right underneath my hip. I just mashed, I just stretched. Now I'm going to try to activate it. So an activation for the hamstring would be a leg curl, right? So in this position, I want you to just try to curl that leg and get yourself at least 10 reps of trying to bring your foot off of the ground. Try not to lean forward or fold away. Try to keep a nice tall spine here and just lift that foot. As you lift that foot, take a deep breath. Think about trying to keep it off the ground for a 3-second count and then lower and reset. I expect that if this is the first time you've ever done this, you're going to cramp a little bit in that hamstring. That's okay. Cramping is just neurological confusion. There's no damage to the tissue that's happening. Keep it up. Relax, shake it out, and try to go again, okay? And try to work for about 30 seconds on each leg. 3-second holds, as many as you can do for 30 seconds. To ramp this up a notch, what we're gonna do is actually grab a hold of this foot, bring it close to the hamstring, squeeze that back side of the leg, squeeze the butt, and try to hold that foot up as you let go with your hand. You'll notice that I'm just trying to hold my foot as high as I can and my leg slowly lowers down. So as you get better and better, you'll see that foot stay a lot closer to where you started, and it won't lower so quickly or so far. And getting, 30 seconds worth of those kinds of reps when you get better at this. Very last here is just kind of a scale back. If you get on the floor and you go to lift that foot and it's not going anywhere, let's try it like this. You're gonna stand next to your chair. The chair is gonna be behind you, and you're just gonna put your foot on your chair. I want you to line your knee up right underneath your hip, back nice and flat. Body stays exactly where it is. And from this position, we're gonna lift that foot up off of the chair, hold for 3 seconds, let it rest. And again, we're gonna work for 30 seconds on each leg, lifting for 3, 2, 1, and then resting. As that gets easier and easier, just pick something that's higher and higher. Maybe you can just put books on top of your chair and lift your toe off of your books. Once you master that, then it's time to move to the floor and get better. All right, you guys, hopefully that helps with getting those hamstrings ready for action. Thanks for joining me.